Oh yes, so the West Indies squad is finally here to face England next week, December the 3rd. And squad put out and it is causing a lot of uproar, a lot of disappointment, you know, and it is engaging in a lot of interesting conversation right around the Caribbean. And the biggest one that is hot, that is a hot topic, is Darren Bravo not being selected in the West Indies team. And Desmond Haynes is getting a lot of cussing out. First and foremost, I am not a fan of Desmond Haynes. I am not a big fan of Desmond Haynes because I see Desmond Haynes sometimes make some very poor decision and poor selection, of players in the West Indies team, or non-selection, whatever way you want to put it. And it's a lot of disappointment. There are probably a couple of players in this team that that I am 50-50 with, that I feel shouldn't be there. But at the end of the day, we still want to support any West Indies team that is put out. That's what we want to do because we all love West Indies cricket and we want West Indies cricket to do very well. So no matter what, if it's even 15 year old people put out there to represent West Indies, we still want West Indies to do well. But this is about addressing, the emotional and biased supporters. Darren Bravo don't get picked to be in the West Indies team, and it is causing a lot of uproar and disappointment around the Caribbean, and it is understandable because he was our leading batsman in the previous tournament, ODI tournament, and it's going to be always be a question, it's going to be a big question why Darren Bravo wasn't, picked in the squad. And for me, I'm sitting on the fence with this one. I personally can understand where the selectors is coming from pertaining to Darren Bravo. They are saying that they are planning for the 2027 World Cup, and based on Darren Bravo age, is not in the planning. But what is really the deal here, the big deal here for people, for fans, and it's understandable, is the fact that Otley got picked. But Otley got picked as an opener. I think the bigger question you know, is why Otley is there. Otley performance in the Super 50 was, okay, average at best. But then again, that goes on many of our players. Most of our players are average at best. Otley overall record is not good, 33, but again, that is our standard. Apart from Shai Hope and Nicholas Puran, nobody else is doing really better in our domestic competitions. So Otley been getting picked. Otley got picked in this squad. To me, I think it's blown out of proportion. We might want to say Darren Bravo is 34, Otley is 33. Yes, I got that. The issue I'm having here though is that if not Otley for that opening position, who are the youngsters that should be in that position as opening batsmen? Who are the youngsters who should be in that position as opening batsmen? I am not seeing any at the moment. So maybe Desmond Haynes and his friends' hands was tied. Because despite them saying, all right, we want to move on with younger players, the role and position of Darren Bravo in the West Indies team is already covered by youngsters, and we know who those youngsters are. Athanaze, Casey Carty. But I know people are going to say Athanaze should go and open. I don't think that is in the plan. Athanaze just started his career and is batting at number 3. You don't really want to move him around. You want him to be settled in a position. Further down the line when he become established and probably play more first class cricket, more test matches, then can consider him now for the opening position. Casey Carty is another one too as well. We have invested in people like these. Definitely, we have invested in people like these. So I can understand Darren Bravo not getting picked. And mind you, if Darren Bravo did get picked in the side, I wouldn't have a big issue with it. That's why I'm saying I am 50-50 on this one. But I think people is blowing it out of proportion. You know? Honestly, I believe it is blown out of proportion. And by the way, Darren Bravo average in ODI cricket is 30, and I think his strike rate is probably in the low 70s. So Darren Bravo is not special either. He's 34. The upside of Darren Bravo, um, it will not be making any sense if you understand what I'm trying to say here. He's 34. Um, Darren Bravo won't improve to a big extent. So you have to invest in the younger players who you have there. And people are already being in that position. Atanase, Casey Carty. The next thing again, there's a saying this about the West Indies middle order. You have Shai Hope, you have Casey Carty, Atanase, Rastan Chase. These are people who don't score that fast. And to add Darren Bravo to that again, to me personally, it makes no sense if you're going to add Darren Bravo to that. And the next big question I'm asking here, who should leave out of the team to accommodate Darren Bravo? Personally, I'm not seeing anyone. The only person I could say maybe Shane Darvish, but Shane Darvish is in the side as a second wicket keeper to back up Shai Hope. So who should come out of the team to accommodate Darren Bravo? That is a big question here. I'm going to comment a bit more on this video.